A lecture on philosophical link between Ananda to Vijnana event rights. Thank you very much. Let's welcome.
Good morning, everybody. We are going to listen and discuss about Theravada and Mahayana difference. That is the topic given to me. But I want to explain to you historical background of Buddhist thought. Then you can understand the difference between Theravada and Mahayana. I'm going to explain you in two different areas. One is Buddhist doctrines, side of the Buddhist doctrines. Another word is Buddhist philosophy. Another word is Buddhist thought. So I'm going to explain to you how developed the Buddhist thought in the history up to the Sasana. Or I am going to explain to you how Buddhist philosophy developed by the Buddhist monk, and later they separated as different nikayas, different schools. Then how Mahayana originated, you can understand. My second paper, I don't know whether we have enough time or not, is about the devotional development of Buddha Sasana, Bhakti, devotion, and how it paved path to the origin of Mahayana, and how it is different from Theravada and Mahayana, regarding based on the Bhakti, means devotion. The later part, if we have time, we can discuss. But I have sent two separate articles to you earlier. I hope you have it, both of articles you have it. You read it carefully and you try to understand. Very good points are there. Those articles have been published in very recognized journals in the world. You can search in the book Guang also, you can find these articles. So that is how I am going to explain. After 1 hour, we have 20 minutes. If you have a question, you can ask. Even Tom also the Risama. Also the Ingman even Tom. Because this is the English training Buddhist studies program, so if I say Chinese, no meaning. Also, Jungman may be some. So, so that you know, Buddha's time, I mean the Buddha means the Sakyamuni Buddha, Gautama Buddha. Theravada, we have only one Buddha. Normally we say the Buddha means Sakyamuni Buddha, no Amitabha, no any other Buddhas. In Pali, regarding the Hinayana or Theravada tradition, we say the Buddha. English word the means Sakyamuni Buddha. Don't misunderstand. Okay? So the Buddha's time, the main question was journey actually. This is the philosophical journey from Buddha to Alevinyana. So you see the five first groups are Hinayana. Why they are called Hinayana? Because they accept final goal as the Arahantship. Otherwise, philosophy developed the Buddhist philosophy in the history. Now, what is the time?
It's nearly to 9:20.
9:30, you know. Until 9:30 I can do. Another 2 minutes. 10, 20, 10. Can you? Right? But we say it like that because we think that Pali text, Pali Suttas are the most earliest sources of the Buddhist times. So we think that Pali sources are more close to the Buddha's word rather than Sanskrit and other texts, right? So suttas like Arya Pariyesana, Arya Pariyesana, right? I very briefly I want to say Pappajja Sutta, Mahapadana Sutta, yeah, and also Mahaparinibbana Sutta and Mahakanda of the Mahavajrapali. These are the I selected some sutta. In my article there are many suttas I have mentioned. Basic point is this. Some suttas only explain Sakyamuni Buddha as a human being, as a pure human being, not a miracle or any other divine person. It's a human being who understood the Four Noble Truths and preached Dhamma to the monks. So those kind of suttas, we say Arya Pariyesana Sutta. Maybe very one or two small miracles input there sometimes. But main part, 99% of the content is explaining Buddha as a human being. Human being. Pappajja Sutta also 100%. No, only two incidents I have recorded here. Sahampati Mahabhakami, Maharakami, but very little. Other many parts, most of the part is explained Buddha as a normal human man. Mahapadana Sutta, little difference. They add some miracles. As example, when Buddha was born, gods come in, something happened, some miracle things they add the Buddha's life, but not much. Mahaparinibbana Sutta has everything as a human being. Mahaparinibbana Sutta explains Buddha as the human being, and also Buddha as a something happened, some miracle thing happened, gods come in. Many miracle things are also included, right? And the very important one is the Mahakandaka of the Mahavajrapali. It's like a small biography of the Buddha, very purely what happened in his life explained. But some few places, gods coming, Mahabharata coming, small things are there. So my point is, lot of early suttas, Pali language, they explain Buddha as a normal human being with some divine connections, right? Then the mixed Sanskrit sources, that is the important turning point coming now. Mahavastu and Lalita Vistara, there are two important books. It is also belongs to the Hinayana text, Hinayana group. They exaggerate the Buddha's life. This is not Pali, it's a mixed Sanskrit. Time is like, what's the time? 2nd century BC. Mahavastu and Lalita Vistara was written in 2nd century BC. even before origin of the Mahayana, right? Okay. Then these two books completely exaggerate Buddha completely to the divine being. Buddha is a Deva, not a human being. Buddha is from the heaven. That is the turning point of the biography of the Buddha. Because they thought that if we say Buddha is a normal human being, this is unfair. It's no good. Our Buddha also very, very big man, not like human being. Because in India, there are so many gods, very powerful gods, Vishnu, and they are very powerful. Then our Buddha is very small now. So these two texts, especially Mahasangika monks, Lokottaravadis, they try to make bigger and bigger, more than the Vishnu. More than the Vishnu. The turning point is started from these two texts during the 2nd century BC, explaining all the miracles, things happening to the Buddha, and many, many things. So you can read my article, maybe you can understand that. Then after that, you see that these books created concept like multi-Buddhas. There are so many Buddhas, right? There are so many Bodhisattvas. Every corner of the world, plenty of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Before we had only one Buddha, Gautam Buddha. Now they multiply the Buddhas, right? And they explain the paramitas, bhumi, so many concepts. Now today you are learning as a Mahayana Buddhism created by these two texts. These two texts belong to the Hinayana monks, but they created later developed by the Mahayana sutras like Saddhanam Pundalika Sutra, Sukhavati Vyuha Sutra, Dasabhuvika Sutra. My MPhil is about Dasabhuvika Sutra. Shadiji, so this kind of Mahayana teachings started from these two texts during the 2nd century BC. So what they want to do was, they want to develop bhakti. Our Buddha is not the small one, the big one, and also there are so many Buddhas. You are not helpless. So many Bodhisattvas coming every time to help you. Then Buddhist bhakti, devotion, Singyan, part of the Singyan Mahayana side developed. Theravada also accepted some part, not much. But Mahayana side, some group of monks accept that side very highly. That is called Mahayana. Especially in India, you know, northern part, they face a lot of trouble. Their mind is something, how to say it, they need something outside help. So they like Mahayana Buddhism, because Buddha coming, Buddha Bodhisattvas coming. But southern part monks, Theravada, they are very stubborn. They did not accept that kind of concept. They hang on to the early Buddhist theories. So that is the basic thing I want to say. Now you understood clearly that philosophically how Hinayana Theravada started and later Mahayana developed, and Bhakti side also, devotional side also started and developed based on the Buddhology actually. Start one Buddha, then later develop everybody become Buddhas like that. So that is the basic thing we have to understand, the difference between Theravada and Mahayana. Thank you very much. Now you have time to ask questions.
Do you have any questions? Show your hand. Yes, please.
Thank you, most venerable. I think you have shown us a very general outline of the Hinayana and the Mahayana, and we all know that the Mahayana Prajnaprasya Sutra admit that everything is sunyata, and by comparison, the Hinayana especially the Sarasvata believe that the non-self, but at the same time they admitted that the Dharma actually exists. So my question is that is there contradictions between the non-self and the theory that the Dharma actually exists? Sorry.
Can you say it again?
Okay. The Hinayana admit that the everything is non-self, the non-self. But the Hinayana at the same time believe that the Dharma actually exists. As you have mentioned, they are the substantialists. So, is there any contradictions between the non-self and the Dharma actually exists? Okay. Is that clear? Sorry.
Maybe little clear to me.
Okay.
You mean that theory of Hinayana, theory of Anatta, and the Mahayana theory of Shunyata, same or Dhamma?
Yeah.
Yes. I understood like this. Buddha's time,
Yes.
like even Buddha's time, main problem was the Atta, right?
Yeah.
But Atta is not connected to the matter.
Yeah.
It's connected to the individual. So when Buddha says Anatta, he directly combined with the individual. There is no Atta inside the individual.
Yeah.
So it did not emphasize that there is no soul in this matter, in this mouse or in this flower area. It did not want to say.
Yeah.
Buddha's Anatta also very wide meaning, like Shunyata.
Yeah.
Meaning is very wide, everything.
Yeah.
But that time, question not everything.
Yeah.
Question was individual soul. There is a soul or Atta within a person after dying, going one life to the other life.
Yeah.
So answer was Anatta. So people thought that this Anatta is only talk about the individual soul, not the material soul. Then the Shunyata used covering both sides, individual soul and the material soul. That is why your people, Mahayana people, think that Arahant knowledge is half. Have you heard this? Arahant did not completely understood the word. Arahant Prajna is half Prajna, not fully enlightened. That's the Mahayana complaint us. Because they think that Arahant only understand individual's soul. There is no soul in individual. But they don't understand there is no soul in the matter. That is Shunyata.
Okay.
So Arahant don't understand Shunyata, they understand Anatta, they can become Arahant. But Buddha, Bodhisattvas can go beyond that and they understand the Shunyata. It means the soul in the individual and the matter. So that is the difference.
Okay.
Shunyata and Anatta. But Anatta also means that everything is Anatta, not individual is Anatta.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You know that Shadiji, when you become level 6, you can become an Arahant. It is explained in the Shadiji, Dasabhumika Sutta. But Bodhisattva doesn't want to become an Arahant. He said it's a selfish task. Outside so many people are suffering. Person like me going along to the Nibbana is a selfish work. Then he gave up that Nibbana and going to the Samsara to help other people until he understood the Dhammashunyata. They think, Mahayanists think that Dhammashunyata is not understood by the Arahant, it is by the Buddhas. To become Prajna fulfilled, Shunyata understanding according to the Yoga Acharya. According to the Madhyamika, Yogacara said not. Yoga said understanding the Ale Vinyana is the root. Madhyamika says understand the Shuddha is the root. Right? So there are so many philosophic differences. Very interesting. Buddha said, don't argue. Close your eyes. Try to understand yourself. Then you can become Buddha yourself. You argue and write articles, you get trouble. That is good for universities. You want to study, no? You want to study. Okay. Any question?
Anyone else?
Hello, Venerable. Thank you for your quite comprehensive introduction. So, in the previous part, you mentioned actually quite a lot of philosophical views since the Theravada period to the Mahayana period. And you also mentioned that the Buddha said you just observe and meditation, so don't get too involved into those philosophical concerns. And I also remember there are 10 unanswered questions talking about the existence of the external world, the relationship between mind and body. So, as a Buddhist monk yourself, you do both academic, like philosophical things, and you also practice. So, how do you think about the balance between Buddhist philosophy and Buddhist, say, practice or meditation?
It depends on your intention, no? How do you want to learn Buddhism? If you want to learn more deeply, you have to learn with the teachers and read more and more books. Even in subject like that, no. If you learn science, you have to read many other views. So many scientists has expressed different views regarding different matters. In the same way, we have to learn Buddhist teachings, different traditions, how they try to understand Buddhism. If one thing that only those things, I want to experience the truth as Buddha said, you can do it. But also you need some knowledge. Buddha's time, Buddha was behind you. If something wrong, you can go and ask him. He can advise you, right? But today, nobody advise you to, we can advise, but we have also experience, no? So close eyes and doing that also is a good thing. But before that, we should have enough knowledge. Otherwise, you cannot find the real path. You cannot understand the truth. I can't say which level, which size, but everything is needed to understand the reality. Everything is needed. It depends on the person's capability. One person needs more advice, more philosophy, more teaching. One people maybe need small advice and small explanations. It depends on the persons.
Venerable, can I have a following question? Just following that. You just mentioned that you need to have some knowledge to guide you before you make it. Otherwise, you might make mistakes during your study or during your practice. So, how much knowledge do you think is enough? I mean, also, is studying for a doctorate degree helpful for a person to get to know
I
the
can't
truth?
say it. I can't say it. I will tell you a small thing. You know, Buddha's time, one small monk became a monk under his own brother. He was a child, 7 years old. Brother was a young man, very senior Buddhist monk. He's very strict to the Vinaya. So when the small monk running fast, he said, "Don't running fast, slowly." everything he controlled. Then finally, Tullabandaka, that small one name is Tullabandaka, he said, I go back to my home. I can't do meditation or work like with you as a monk. While he was going back to his house to do this robe, Buddha met him on the way behind the temple. Buddha asked, where are you going? Venerable sir, I'm going back to my home. Why? My brother monk always advised me, do this, not to do this, that, not to do that. So this I can't do this. Too much Vinaya. What I say is everything is against the Vinaya, my brother said. Then Buddha said, okay, can you protect your mind? Only one thing can you protect? Yes. Can you protect your mind? He said, you can. Okay, you go and protect your mind. I give you small homework. Take a very white cloth, and go open area to the sun. From morning to evening, you try to rub it by your hand. Then he said small sentence, Rajoharana. It means clean the dust, right? Then he doing this. He focused that incident. This white cloth with rubbing become very dirty because of the sunny and sweating. Then he suddenly understood the Buddha's message. This is the mind like this. Then he concentrated and became an arahant, even a small child. So I can give you some kind of homework like that. If I really understand the limit of your desires, your mind, but as I have not developed my mind to see your mind, but Buddha can see your level of your mind. Then he can give you good lesson. So today we can advise some people by our knowledge and experience, but it has a limitation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other question?
Another is very important. So, how do you reach another? So, in your daily life, how to practice another? Could you teach us? Thank you.
In our daily life, how to practice anatta. It is almost all the Theravada meditation included that concept. Anicca, dukkha, anatta. What we call today as Vipassana meditation. You know the Vipassana meditation? Vipassana. I don't know how to say it in Chinese.
Say that only.
Vipassana.
Vipassana is just it is the Anicca, dukkha, anatta. Then you understand it. Vipassana. Why Buddhist monks sometimes go in front of the skeleton? You know the skeleton? Skeleton. No muscles. Mayo raw. That's the ego. Because they want to see the anicca, dukkha, anatta. You see some Theravada temples, beautiful girls, picture, then the love, old picture, then the night, then the 9 steps. We have pictured, we have depicted by the picture. 9 steps. Then finally go to the earth, body going to the earth. I think still you are young to do that. Don't do that kind of serious vipassana meditation. Just understand anatta is okay. Just understand anatta means there is Very simple way Buddha explained. Why Buddha said Chakku is anatta? Because it is not as I want. If the eye is mine, it should stay as I wish. This body is mine. If the body is mine, it is atta. But this body is not mine. Why? Because if it is mine, body should not become old. My hair is now becoming gray, white. I don't like it. What? It is not atta. If it is atta, it should stay as I want. Understand? That is why anatta. Everything is anatta because everything is nothing. Everything is not happening as I want. Especially my body. You see, those days I am not much fat, very handsome, very skinny. Now I am very fat, I am little ashamed. This is because this body is not mine. It's anatta. It is anatta. Maybe another 10-20 years, I am coming with this stick like a old monk. Because this is anatta. There is nothing to take. There is nothing to take as I, mine, and mine. That is anatta. I, mine, and mine. If there is nothing, can take as I, mine, and mine. I, mine, and mine. That is anatta. Very. If you know that philosophy, day-to-day life you can practice. You can understand everything. If your friend scold you, beat you, then when your mind is developed, you can think, friend also anatta, I also anatta. Why I get angry with him? One day we have to die. One day all we have to die and finish. So we want another life. So in that way, that is why Arahant don't get angry. Three things together we have to understand. Then day-to-day life also same. Morning and evening. That's the basic thing.
Okay, thank you, Most Venerable, for your very profound teachings. Let's all thank Venerable for traveling such long way from Sri Lanka to China and give us these helpful teachings. And we hope that we can meet Venerable in the coming future as well. Thank you.
Thank you.